Thank you for joining here at the 2019 Twin Cities Film Fest. I'm your host, Geoff Briley. We are here at the Red Copper, sponsored by Ballard Spahr, with the folks of the film The Birdwatcher.
It's true. Thanks.
Now, what birds are watching?
Well, there aren't birds that are watching, but there's a lot of watching because it's kind of that kind of movie.
There we go. So tell me what kind of movie and your role in it.
My role, I wrote and directed it, but I collaborated with my wife here, Trista, and Luke Johnson here. They were producers on the film. And it's a film about a guy who goes into the woods to take pretty pictures of birds, and he finds something that he wasn't expecting. So in that way, it's sort of like an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
So what kind of influences took place when writing something so different? Because it's not an original piece there, and that's actually amazing because you get so many movies that are just like each other, but that's not.
Well, exactly. I mean, the idea is we're drawing from other types of films like it that are voyeuristic, but Tristan and I had this idea, 4 or 5 years ago. It was about somebody finding evidence in the woods that they think is something sinister, right? And they keep discovering more and more as they search through their journey. And this guy, since he takes bird photos and he's out in nature, he starts putting two and two together, but it's not exactly what he thinks, as it turns out.
So Trista, being the producer and something that you know that you want to work on, let's say you said about 5 years ago, what kind of things that influenced you to go ahead and get it done, and then what did you do to prepare?
Well, I helped him kind of get the actors together and the props together and the locations together. The idea was really intriguing to me. I've always been fascinated with wildlife photography and somebody out.
She's actually a bird watcher, as it turns out.
And I'm a bird watcher and
You got experience coming from it.
I know what it's like to be alone in the woods with a camera, and
that's what this character is, and that's what he does. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a true story, but based on current events.
Pretty much. It's sort of art and imitating life, imitating art, and imitating life. It's sort of back and forth that way, for sure.
And that's how you get the good movies too. That's how the good, deeply rooted things come from. So tell us a little bit about your role and how'd you prepare to kind of do with the film?
Yeah, so I'm a producer, and I just helped a lot with the camera operation and setting up lights and different things like that, and just helping out wherever needed.
Wherever needed. So how long did this film take from the script, ideas, all the way until post?
Yeah, exactly. Well, so it was an idea that bubbled up, like I said, about 4 or 5 years ago, but we didn't finish it really until earlier this year. It was part of another set of films that we were producing at the same time. A friend of ours, Jeremy Strom, he's a Parisian filmmaker. Comment ça va, Jeremy? He's not watching. It's 4 a.m. there. Anyway, he and I were collaborating on several films because I met him at a film festival, and we became friends, and we were working on these other projects, including one film that played here last year. And it just was another project we were working on together at the same time. He was here about 2 weeks, and we shot 3 films together. And so it became an opportunity to make it. Now, he's French, and so I knew that I wasn't going to, the main character doesn't speak in the film. It's not that I don't like his French and I don't like the way he talks, because I do, but the character is essentially like a silent film character. It's all about how he sees things and takes it in. So
I like that.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's an experiment because it makes you like dial into being expressive, like with those shots and the way it's cut. And then, of course, the sound designer of the music, too, is a big part of it. But I tell you what, Jeremy is a great actor, as it turns out. He's not just a great writer and director. I mean, so collaborating with him, I learned a lot through the way he does his process. And it was just a chance to do that kind of thing.
And it's amazing, too, just to hear the story, how it comes deeply rooted from a background of what you're experienced in, and then the time it took that you never gave up. Okay, for those that are watching, never give up. Even if it's 5 years ago, go and get it. And then, of course, the kind of the experiences that you learn from learning from other people and getting people involved. It's amazing, and I hope that people can influence on that. And welcome back to 2019. We definitely like having you here. Thank you. 2019 Twin Cities Film Fest, the Showplace Icon Theater. Take care.